Right, g'day ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard, and welcome back to the Tonga flight appeal. That was really like full of energy, and I don't quite know why. But anyway, how are all of you motherfucking legends going this evening? I hope you are doing well. I know for sure, certain, whatever word I want to use, that I am doing well here too. So, to all of you who are currently watching, g'day, how you friggin' going? Hope you are doing well. Now I'd like to start with a massive shout out to the legends who proceed to join me over on the Patreon. So that's a massive shout out to Letter Rapier 709, BigJacko's Gaming, that you can find if you put an exclamation mark and a burger in the chat, or Big Jack works as well. It would also be Tony Barrow, it would be Garwin, it would be Blackadder, it would be Calling Pigeon, it would be Sean Dale, and I think that's it. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I haven't missed anyone. I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty sure I haven't. But don't hold me to that either. Just want to make that very clear. So, we are... Actually, before I go any further, g'day, and thank you very much to those Patreons for the continued behind-the-scenes support of the channel. It certainly does go a long way. Right, so today we are doing part 2 of our Tonga fundraiser here. We're going to be heading here from Vavu. We're going to be going to Haiapaifuka, and then we're going to be heading down to Nuku Alofa Fuamoto International in Tongatapu. Now, if you didn't get a word of what I just said, you're not the only one, because I'm pretty sure I didn't either, even though I just said it. But that is... Vruden says, voice is repeating in the stream several seconds behind. What? Hang on. What the hell? My voice is repeating? That is very... Thank you very much for that, Vruden. That's incredibly weird. What the hell? My voice is... What on earth is going on? Has that solved the issue? Okay, so I'm fine on some people's ends, but not on Vruden's. Anyway, sorry to, obviously just want to make sure that everyone's getting a good broadcast. So, there you go. Vruden, are you sure you haven't, got me open on multiple pages? That fixed it? Vruden, I didn't do shit, so that's really weird. really weird. But anyway... I don't think he does, no, but anyway. Right, so, I am in the TBM this evening. I believe Dave Jacko's over in the Pilatus PC21. Wanted to fly something slightly different for the second half of this stream. Now, as usual with the first part of this stream that we did about a week ago or so now, I believe it was, all donations to the channel, obviously, throughout the duration of this evening will go straight to Care Australia's Tonga Assistance Appeal that they have set up. The same charity that BigJacko's Gaming is going to as well. This is a joint effort across both the channels, and all money will be amalgamated together and will be donated on behalf of the SLU community, which is all of you. So without further ado, I think it is time that I unmuted Jacko over in the Discord and also said a few good days to all the people who have been awesome enough to come and join in the second part of this stream. So, when my computer decides to play ball with me, I will let you know who those people are. So I'd like to say a good morning to Rudin the Great, Medders, and to Leaded Rapier 709, otherwise known as Wes. G'day mates, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing very, very well. Big Chris says hello. G'day Chris, mate. Welcome to the stream. Yes, Rudin, it was you I could hear in the stream, but that's okay, because I know you like to be the centre of attention sometimes. Me too. Garwin is here. He says, I knew you would like the TBM. Yeah, Garwin. I know. Whatever. Don't come at me like that, bro. Okay? Don't come at me like that. Right, and then Vruden very rudely interrupted the stream. But it's okay. Yes, sometimes, Vruden. Sometimes. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here, good sir, is what I'm doing. Alright, so I have as I said, I have a Discord to unmute and I have an aircraft to start. So that is exactly what I'm going to do, Rary. So we are now unmuted in the Discord. And now it's time to start this aircraft. Now, the question is, do I even know how to start the TBM? And the answer to that is no. No, I don't. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to perform a magic trick right now. Mainly because I can't really wrap my brain around the whole thing of learning how to start a new aircraft. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wave my hands around more than usual, which I know is potentially dangerous for anyone who's in the general suburb that I'm from, because there is a chance they are going to get
G'day,
taken
slews!
But I'm going to give it a shot anyway, and basically I'm just going to, you know, perform some yoga, and that will somehow start this TBM. I don't know if this is yoga, or Chinese Feng Shui, or just complete fuckwittery on display, but it's one of the three. Oh, look at that. Look at that. By the power vested in the end of my fingers. Don't quite know where I was going with that one, but we'll just gloss over that last comment there. And look at that. The big lawnmower blade on the front has started spinning. Now, yoke visibility. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. And that's going to cause the aircraft to stop yelling at me a little bit.
Mr. Jasamazi Gamer, good sir, are you ready to blast off in the air?
Not quite. Give me a sec.
Roger.
Right, hitting the wrong button. There we go. That's better. Now we're getting somewhere. Ta-da, ta-da. Yeah, anyway, now that everyone has officially had to bandage their ears after that display of fuck knows what. Right, so everything appears to be set. The aircraft is still yelling at me over various things. I don't necessarily know what it's yelling at me about. Probably a lot of things. I just genuinely don't give a shit, honestly, because it seems to be working, so I feel like it's just being a petulant little
Turn
child.
your heat on, Bryce.
Garwin is out the door, but he might be back before I finish. Have a good flight. I certainly will, Garwin. I certainly will. Yes, Wes, exactly. Sure. No worries. That's exactly where I was going with all the handiwork that I was doing. Hey, look, I'm a handyman. The handyman can turn the TBM on because he's got the Midas touch. Fuck no. Enough of that. Before I completely ruin my existence on the internet, I'm just going to focus on flying an aircraft for a little bit and maybe lose some of the insanity. Who am I kidding? Pitot heat and bleeds. Yes, Pitot heat is on. Pitot heat is on. I didn't realize I had to make the aircraft bleed for me. Bleed. I bleed it out, dig it deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, dig it deeper just to throw it away.
Your inertial separator's on, and then your bleed is the box above the airflow.
Yes, my inertial separator is meant to be on, is it not?
Turn it off.
Right. And you said bleeds were where, sorry?
See where your landing gear light is? The
Yes.
box next to that.
Control E.
Right. Okay. Alright, we've got a plane to fly. Let's do it. Let's do
Yeah, and then that
this.
turns all your lights off.
Whoop. Well, I hope you didn't have a family to go to there, mate. That's disappointing. If somebody could get the mop and bucket out, we may need a clean up here at Vavu. Just saying.
Clean up R3, clean up R3.
Oh, I should probably, once I get myself out onto the runway here, should probably put a little bit of altitude into the Otto. Otherwise, well, not much is going to happen, is it? Right. Altitude selection. What sort of altitude?
Guys, you ready to take off? Blast off?
Yeah, I forgot to set my altitude. Hang on.
I'll take off now. You're in our TBM, so you got a lot faster than I will.
Aren't you in the Pilatus?
The PC6.
Well, the PC6.
What are you setting your altitude for?
I'm going to go to like 20. I thought you were in the PC21.
Nah, PC6.
Whoops. I took the TBM because I was like, oh, he's taking the big fast Pilatus, so I better take something similar.
I'm going slow.
Oh,
You going
yeah.
29,000.
Hey,
That's alright.
you going how high, Wes? Never mind. All good. Let's hit it. Somebody start playing the
No, yours look like it
Top
was
Gun
29,000.
music. Whoop, she's a bit windy. Somebody had too many beans for breakfast this morning. Damn, this thing climbs like a rocket. What a beast. What a beast. Right, so everyone's in like helicopters and PC6s and vans, and then Vruden's in an FA-18 because of course Vruden's in an FA-18. I couldn't expect anything different from Vruden. Right, so I want nav, and I want the flight director, and I want the flight change mode, and I want the yaw damper, and I want the autopilot. And then what I want to do is I want to bring that in. I want to bring some power back so that the ITT temperature doesn't get absolutely ridiculous, because it was. It was hot, but there was no ole ole, that's for sure. Geez, already climbing through 4,000 feet here as we make our way out of Vadu. Lots of what appears to be storm clouds hanging around this. What time have I got it set to? Morning. This morning. A lot of storm clouds hanging around this morning here in this part of Tonga. Now, if anybody is watching over on any of the other streaming services, whether that be Twitchy, whether that be Bookface, or whether that be Trovo. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we now stream across 4 platforms. None of them are 9 3/4, believe it or not. Now, I guess the question from me to you is, what sort of quality is the stream over on YouTube? Because for some reason for me, it's showing up right now as very, very stuttery. And I don't know if that's just on my end or whether that is legitimately what's going on. No? Nothing from the YouTube chat at all? Has the YouTube chat died in its ass again? Do I need to wake it up by doing this? I might need to wake it up by doing that, just by reloading the page. Here we go. Is it, yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, please do let me know if it is stuttering for you guys, and also let me know on any of the other streaming services, if you are watching, what sort of condition the stream is coming through at. That would be absolutely wonderful, thank you very much. Just because, as I said, it's a little bit, it's coming across as stuttery for myself, and I obviously don't want it to be stuttery because, you know? YouTube seems fine. Righto. Well, if YouTube seems fine, I can only assume that the rest of them seem pretty alright as well. And if they don't, I honestly don't know why. I don't know I don't know what has changed. Well, what I do know though is I'm going incredibly fast compared to everyone else. So what's going to happen when I get up to altitude here is I'm going to cruise this TBM at a what some may say is an incredibly slow pace for a TBM to fly at, and I'm fine with that because I made a mistake on identifying what other aircraft would be being used this evening. And that's my bad. And I don't like this TBM. If I go full pelt, we'll be there in about 40 minutes. I don't really want to do that if I can avoid it, because you know, it's a group flight. It's a session together. We get to all enjoy our company of each other. Don't know if anyone's enjoying my company at this point. Pretty sure they're like, who is this idiot? So we're just going to sit in the cockpit, seeing as we've only got 2,000 feet to go to our cruising altitude, and then we will make the necessary adjustments to allow us to at least try and stick as best as possible with the group of people we are flying with. Now, we have gone to 20,000 feet, and we do actually have a destination to land at on the way, which is Ha'apai Lifuka. I probably Lifuka the fuck out of that up. I apologize for that. I'm not really very good in the pronunciation of these Tongan locations, so I apologize in advance for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's pull some power out. Power out. That's power out, aircraft. Power out. Some power out. Power out. That seems to have worked. I think we still might be in front of everyone. We are, but we're not like 400 million kilometers in front of everyone, and that's great news. Good, fantastic views from up here, I must say. Like, now that we've climbed above those storm clouds and all that, and we don't just have... Basically, the reason I did this is because I didn't want to have just more blue water below. I wanted to get up above the clouds. I wanted to see what we could see. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? I mean, if you don't, you're probably not looking at the screen that I'm looking at. That's fair enough. Mr. Clocked says, hi. Mr. Clocked, g'day. How you going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing very, very well. Still feel like we're going a little too fast, so that's better. Now we're losing some airspeed. Not, you're stuck working, no flying until later tonight. Oh, that's a shame, Clocked. That is a real shame. What would the time be there right now? It would be, what, just after lunch, I think? If I remember rightly, you are a, fine young British fellow. Alright, so I don't think I can actually fly this TBM any slower than what we are currently flying it. Now, I'm hoping that we get a decent viewpoint of waypoint number 1 here. And then I'm pretty come on, mouse, work with me. There we go. I was going to say, then I'm pretty sure after waypoint 1, we've got 60 nautical miles down to our first airport stop. So we will definitely be landing there. We will definitely jump out in the drone, and we will obviously film everyone coming in who is currently flying along on the stream. So anyway, I do hope that, I know I'm a little bit late on this one, but I do hope that everyone did have a fantastic weekend in the weekend that just passed them by. If you did, let me know in the chat. Let me know what you got up to. Make myself, make everyone else incredibly jealous of you. So far in the previous stream here, ladies and gentlemen, we did actually manage to raise $220 for the Care Australia Tonga appeal. Now, alongside Mr. Jacko, that means that I believe we have raised $370, so almost at that $400 mark combined effort, which is very sensational from all of you who have been involved in these 2 charity fundraiser flights. And honestly, I can't. Let me try that again. I can't thank you enough for your generosity, and I'm very keen to get the money passed on to Care Australia, obviously, as quickly as we possibly can, because we would like that financial help to go and assist in the best way it possibly can. So we have Noonan Slayer and we have Vruden flying below us, both of them in their trusty FA-18s. What I would love to see is I would love to see a similar battle to what we saw between Vruden and Icarus. When was it? It would have been probably a couple of weeks back, where they were basically dogfighting with each other. Obviously no weapons involved, but they were basically dogfighting with each other in their FA-18s, chasing each other down, etc. Incredibly cool to watch when it's all happening as they zoom past you in various directions. So I mean, Vruden and Noonan Slayer, if you are watching, if you are listening, you know what to do. So this is our first waypoint of this evening's stream passing below us. I do believe it is an uninhabited volcanic island here that is part of Tonga. It doesn't have any real information about it, and it also doesn't appear to have any airports when I look. So I'm having a good close look at it here on Google Maps. It is literally just a volcano. That is all it is. But nonetheless, it is a part of Tonga, and therefore we wanted to fly over it. Now, how far am I in front of... Yeah, I'm getting incredibly far, incredibly fast, so I'm going to slow it down even more again. Basically, at this point, I'm just going to sort of play around and see how slow I can actually get this TBM to go without falling out of the sky, obviously, because that would be, well, not ideal. There's a lot of open blue water below us and not many places to land, so... Right, so I don't think I can remove any more engine power there, or we're actually going to come out of the green arc. And if we come out of the green arc, we technically need to have flaps, and we don't have flaps. We don't really want to pull the flaps out at 20,000 feet. So I must say right now, that sun rays straight across the water, straight across the clouds, it looks pretty spectacular. So we have Wes up here, Leonard Rapier 709. He's also in the TBM. He's at 22,500 feet, and unlike myself, he doesn't appear to be interested in trying to at least stick with the pack in his TBM. He's all about the Jeremy Clarkson style of flying, and that is just power. Why are we acting?
What was that, sir?
All I heard randomly from yourself was ah.
That's weird, because I didn't even push the button to talk.
Oh. That's why I sent back. Ah. We're just, we're communicating in our native language, Slu language.
That's it, sleep language. G'day, g'day. Hey.
We really got to stop horsing around here, Dave.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how's life down at, like, what happened? Oh, God.
There's a horse.
Of course. Actually, you say there's a horse, and there's Lucky Phil flying with us. I'm pretty sure that used to be a horse.
Farlap was the horse. I know about Lucky Phil, was it?
I don't know. I know Farlap. It's slightly further than just a normal lap.
That's it.
I'm trying my best to stay with you guys in this TBM, but about to fall out of the sky.
Yeah, it'll be damn
I
hard.
could do a turkey, but I don't want to get shot out the air.
Something about a turkey and being shot out of the air.
I said I could do a turkey noise, but I don't want to get shot out the egg because everyone will be like, "Oh, turkey season!"
It's a live turkey.
Well, then I guess you really would be stuffed.
A stuffed turkey, stuffed Wes. Hey Wes, what are you full of? Breadcrumbs and herbs?
Yeah, I mean, he might be. I must say, something is definitely not.
Well, it depends who the chef was that
right
stuffed
on
me.
my end of my PC this evening. Serious lag and stuttering, but it doesn't seem to be procuring itself over to the stream, which is good. This is good news. I've always found it amazing how when you have thunderstorms in the area,
So, Bryce, I've
the
managed to get
clouds,
the TBM to 141 across the
form
ground.
themselves into like sort of almost air bubbles. So like you can see here, just near Lucky Phil, you've got all these like puffy air bubble like clouds. Almost looks like fairy floss kind of thing. It's got different color definitions and all that. And then you sort of follow it along and it sort of just goes back to the whispery, you know, just light white clouds, and then you get these pockets again. One thing I must congratulate the Sobo on though is they do appear to have finally fixed the weather and thunderstorms relating to the weather. You know, even though we have thunderstorms in the area, the only place where the lightning and the thunder that's very, very frightening is occurring is actually within the storm cells themselves, and it's not just surrounding me in clear skies, just whoosh, whoosh kind of thing. I don't know why I was making whipping noises. I just, you know, that's my version of lightning. Yeah. So we have got 37 nautical miles here to the first airport. So what I'm going to sort of aim to do now is I'm going to aim to fall out of the sky, but controlled. It's a controlled fall out of the sky. That requires me to adjust the altitude. So that would be a good place to start instead of zooming out, but you know, I like to make things difficult for myself. And I like to just randomly zoom out so that I have a better, well, actually a worse viewpoint on exactly what I'm doing. Because it's always good to make things incredibly difficult. So I'm sort of trying to and ah about what altitude I should be coming down to, but the straight fact of the matter is that I need to just pick an altitude and stick to it. I'm going to make sure that we can lose some serious altitude here. Just because we don't have very long to go. Wes is now doing 141 knots across the ground. Oh, talk about a nose down attitude in a TBM. Screw everyone on board's eardrums today, that's for sure. I'm not here to play games. So I just need to make sure that I'm maintaining a decent distance between, like, not a huge distance, but I just want to make sure that I am, in fact, in front of everyone else, because I do want to obviously get on the ground, get parked up, get the drone out, get everybody else coming in, landing, etc., etc. Why is she screaming landing gear? I will be honest with you, Ras, I can't hear anything from in my sim. Why is she screaming landing gear? I have no idea. Yeah, I can't hear it. Like, that's a weird one, mate. That's a really weird one. I can't even hear it in the cockpit. But if you can anybody else hear it? Who's currently watching, or is it just like, what's the go? No one else can hear it. Okay. I'm not sure. Clocked has got it faintly. Okay, that's incredibly weird. It was the same. It's kind of the same problem that, like, what Vruden was having at the start of the stream. He had me echoing a few seconds behind myself, but nobody else had it. And that's what I mean. The PC's doing some weird shit today. Stuttering, loading, things are just sort of taking an excessive amount of time to happen. I don't know whether it's just struggling with the fact that I'm streaming across 4 locations, or I don't know. Bruden says I could hear her well. I'm not sure. As I said, I can't hear anything. I can't even hear the music being played. So yeah, I apologize, Ras. I have no idea why it was happening, and as I said, I can't hear it. So I'm thank you for alerting me to it, but there's not actually anything I can do about it, I don't believe, because there's not a master warning, there's not a master caution. I'm not doing anything abnormal with the aircraft, I'm just descending. Because you use a Bluetooth headset, you get me simming right in your head. Yeah, let me get into that head, Bruden. Hear me, boy, hear me! Sorry, that might have been slightly disturbing to hear through your earphones, Bruden. I do apologise for that. I'm not actually sorry, but I just want to come across as sincere and polite. TBM is not designed to go down. What? So then, Vruden, with your amazing wisdom, could you please let me know how I'm meant to land the TBM if I can't make it go down? Is it an aircraft I must slew? In which case, I am qualified for slewing purposes. Slew up only until you land on one of the planets. I wish that was an option within the sim, but it's not. I think the sim only goes to like 200,000 feet or something, which is not high enough up to achieve that. I'm outside the envelope. I don't even know what that means, Vruden. Clive Hawker, mate, with the donation towards the Tonga Fund. What a legend. What an absolute legend, Clive. Cannot thank you enough, mate. Really, really awesome. Appreciate that a lot. I'm pretty sure that's the third time you've donated to this Tonga Fund, so mate, what an absolute legend you are. Really, really cannot thank you enough. I'm not meant to land, it's in the manual. Okay, I see. That's not really very useful, is it? You're not meant to land this aircraft. Okay, what am I meant to do with it then exactly, do you suggest? So we are quite close to the airport, so I'm going to disconnect the autopilot. And we're going to make some movements. How does it feel to be in the troposphere? Wet. Very, very wet. Oh. That's not good, Clive. That's not good at all. Alright, so we're going to get this speed down out of the green arc. And we are going the wrong way for the runway because, you know, that's the kind of stuff that I like to do, is fly in the wrong direction. Right, that's better. Now we'll actually head towards a runway and not just to a random patch of grass that I was heading for. Also, incredibly low altitude. Let's put the gear out in case it's still yelling at everyone that I should be deploying the landing gear. Right, why are we 10 degrees nose up? TBM, what's the deal there? What is the deal? Right. Sharp, sharp turn. At like 800 feet. Doesn't seem incredibly safe, and it's probably not. I highly recommend copying nothing that you see in these streams in real life flying. It's likely to result in certain death. Oh, that's not, that's very weird. Kept turning left and autopilot would not engage. Alright, so we do have a paved runway here, so that's good news for me. In the TBM, it means I can get it in, get it down, get it slowed down, and get it off the runway in plenty of time. Geez, the TBMs are very, like, I must say, I struggle with some things on it, obviously because I'm just not very experienced in flying it, but it really does a lot of things very, very well. Oh, she's a bit windy. stops on a dime, this thing. So I'm just going to taxi to the other end of the runway here, pull off into the turning area, and that's where I'm pretty sure I'll grab out the drone to watch everyone else come in. Right. That works. F5. Let's bring it in. Alright, so a few people are already on final, so I'm not going to be able to unfortunately grab them coming in, because I need to do a little bit of camera setup and all of that jazz. So this airport here is Hapai Lifuka, in case those who didn't... Nice, Vruden. I was going to say, in case those who didn't grab it at the start of the stream, that this would be our first stopping point. Wes is coming in his TBM. A little bit of a bouncy, and now he's off the runway, and now he's on the runway. Alright, who's next? Anyone? Well, I mean, there's a lot of people, but there's still a little bit of a distance away. So it looks like Lucky Phil might be leading that pack. Well, let's have a bit of a look here at this tiny little Tongan island whilst we wait for everybody else to come in. It definitely looks a lot like a very small island paradise, you know, secluded from many people out here. So it just seems, there seems to be, I'm assuming that some of these bigger buildings, especially this one here, are probably resorts of some sort. And I'm assuming this here with all these places is potentially also a resort with various types of cabins and stuff like that. Just continue to follow the road here into what appears to be the main town down here. Yeah, I would say this is the main town, which I believe is Holopeka? Holopeka? Yeah. And then if we go a little bit further down, we have the Ha'apapai Beach Resort, which I'm assuming is somewhere. One of these, or all of these, beach shacks / villas. Stay level, you damn drone. So I thought that Stu and Noonan Slayer were descending into the airport, but it turns out they were actually ascending at a mildly exorbitant rate, I must say, a very, very exorbitant rate. It looks, however, as if Icarus in his snacks. Oh, look, it's snacks on a plane. Oh no, snacks on a plane. I've completely and utterly lost it. In fact, I probably lost it a few days ago and I just haven't found it yet. What haven't I found? I don't actually know, and I don't know what I've lost either. Possibly my brain cells. So anyway, in comes Icarus for a certain death. Okay. I've heard of swimming in an island paradise before, Icarus, but I feel like that was a little bit too realistic. I don't feel like you're meant to be taking the plane swimming there, mate. Oh, that was a bit of a heavy landing. Wow. Okay. Icarus is just, well, he's gone to say hello to some friends or family or his neighbours or whatever, I'm assuming. Just figured he'd pull up to their front door in his snacks. Yeah, very bouncy. Exactly, snacks on a plane. So is there anything else that we can go and explore on this little island? There's there appears to be a bridge over troubled water here. It just doesn't. I don't think there's. Yes, I know what you clocked. Yes, I'm aware. This was the joke I was trying to make a couple of minutes before. I was going to say it doesn't look like there's anyone over on this island, but no, I was wrong. There is. They're inside the bush. And hopefully it's not George W. Well hidden. Although the roads seem to be much higher definition over on this part of the island. Hello, Icarus and his snacks on a plane. Ah, you were making tea. Look, Clocked, just because you're making tea, I will give you a, I'll give you a lifeline on that one. I feel as if tea is probably more important than watching people butcher some landings. What's up, gamers? Zach here. How you going, Zach? Hope you are doing well there, mate. Cool new logo. Yeah, so the logo is currently a work in progress that myself and Brett Plays are working on. Me with the requests and ideas, and Brett with the actual functionality of it. We still need to make a few alterations, but I really like the direction of where the logo was going, so I decided to put it up and then I will edit it once we have officially decided on the final logo design, if that makes sense. Yes, it's definitely got some Brett style, Zach. That's exactly right. And tea is very much an exquisite drink. I had green tea before the start of this stream. Yeah, I mean, Zach, you know, like jump in the Discord. You know, talk to Brett. Get some work done. As you can see, he's a very skilled man when it comes to logos. Slightly warm tap water. Delicious. Nothing I crave more. Right, I was a long way ahead of everyone. A long way ahead. Have I ever tried City Skylines? I have, Zach. You know how good I was at it? Fucking shit. That's how good I was at it. It's quite fun. Yes, I've heard it's quite good. But, yeah, as I said, it wasn't a great success when I first played it. Clocked says this looks like a nice spot for a picnic. You know where's probably even a nicer spot for a picnic, Clocked? I'm going to vote that this is a great spot for a picnic. Somebody needs to get the lawnmower out. This grass is long. Come on, give me a little bit of a rise up. Just a small one. There we go. So basically what you're saying, Zach, is you play City Skylines the way that councils and government basically play the real life version of City Skylines. We're going to have a picnic here, and Zach's going to bring some baguettes. I'm going to bring Vietnamese banh mi ingredients to put in those baguettes. In fact, I'll cook the pork for that Vietnamese banh mi in Vietnamese seasonings, but I'll cook it in a Tongan style. I'll do a hangi in the ground. Well, yes, I was going to cook the pork, Vruden. You know, I'm not curing it. It doesn't have any ailments. It definitely needs cooking. Right, so now we've got a big influx of aircraft. This is probably the busiest that Hapai Lifuka Airport has probably ever been. Don't know why the FA-18's being depicted as an A380, but anyway, it's, yeah, okay, that's an interesting one. Then we have Mr. Kelly, he's coming in his vans. This one doesn't provide free candy. Is it having issues? Is it Clive? That might be explaining my issues that I'm having with, you know, just random stuttering and lurching around and lag and all that sort of stuff. It could potentially actually be the sim itself. Alright, so we have BigJacko's Gaming. He's on final in his Pilatus PC6 Turbo. Ooh, itchy back. What the? Just random itchy back. You've heard of Justin Timberlake's "They're bringing sexy back"? Well, I'm bringing itchy back. In Japan, that sentence would make a lot more sense because it would literally mean I'm bringing the number one back.
Guys, I'm coming in for a landing.
I know, you're on the drone.
Bugger.
No pressure, Dave.
No pressure at all. Under pressure.
Dun 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 dun. Here he comes to a certain death. Not bad, not bad. Good size, not bad, good size. Ooh, a little bit wobbly. Little bit wobbly. Oh,
I'm
nearly
down.
got run over by Jacko. Not bad, good size. That's...
Need fuel.
What, really, already?
Yeah, she guzzles. I had 50% in, and I've got lights on my display.
Were you, like, flooring it the whole way?
Yeah. 26% left, so that's all right. Let's
so
chuck
you
it.
used half, basically.
Yeah, so just chuck in another 50%. Be way more than enough.
Yeah, how far is the next? It's not actually that far, is it?
Nah, it's not far at all.
Just going to...
I can get about 4,000 nautical miles on my tank of fuel.
I'm going to edit me
And I'm at 50%.
dashboard overlay now to obviously represent the new flight and destination. So 99 nautical miles is what FlyLive Studio is telling me it's going to be to the next.
Guys, we have a Russian bot.
You lead the way taking off from this one, Dave, because obviously I'm in a ridiculously quick aircraft compared to...
Roger that. I'm taking off now.
So I'm not going to go to 20,000 feet on this next run, just because the weather has improved significantly, and also because I don't want to. I don't want to go all the way up to come all the way back down, basically, is what I'm saying. With only 99 nautical miles or so to cover between here and the last airport
Are you
destination.
loving the shade under my wing there?
Woo! Yeah!
What shade, Wes?
Right.
Drew. The man, the myth, and the legend. I was going to try and come up with something really, really witty then, Drew, but my brain just let me down so badly. Drew with the donation. He says, always with an eye on the causes. I missed the last bit. Maybe I should not minimize it before I finish reading sentences. That would be a great start. Yes, he says, always with an eye on the causes. Cheers, mate, Drew. Thank you very, very much for that donation. It is greatly appreciated. It really, really is. Yeah, like, really, really cool. We're pushing towards that $300 mark now for funds raised, and I honestly couldn't be prouder of my community. I mean, or our community, should I say. because it is very much a shared community across, you know, 5 to 6 channels. You guys always like to go above and beyond, more than anybody could ever expect in these streams, especially these charity streams, and I certainly can't thank you guys enough, because as a conglomeration, in the last, so how long have I been doing this for now? I've been doing this for 7 months. In the last 7 months, as a conglomeration, we have raised in excess of $4,500 for various charities and people in need, and I think everybody deserves to just take a moment to give themselves a pat on the back or a clap or whatever. Don't actually give yourself the clap. That would be really unfortunate in a situation where we're trying to celebrate. But yeah, like, that's pretty mind-blowing stuff here, guys. Anyway, I believe Dave has now made a takeoff, and I believe a few people have now made a takeoff, so I think it is our turn to do exactly that. So let's do it. Alright. So what I'm going to do from this small runway is I'm going to ramp it up, get that power in. Right, there we go. Let's go. I'm going to go for a full length takeoff here. Oh, Vruden. Always picking on things I say. There is a hell of a crosswind that I'm fighting right now. I'm not going to lie. Here we go. Up we go. Let's go. Gear up. And giddy up. Gear up and giddy up. And whoa, okay, let's just go complete and utter space shuttle status, aircraft. Why don't you? To infinity and beyond. Or to the moon, at least. That's where we're going anyway. Oh my god. This aircraft really wants to get a extreme climb going on, I must say. Yes, really, my ITT is hot. You don't say. I've been blaring the engine for the last couple of minutes at full pout. And you're surprised that the ITT is warm. Funny about that. Alright, let's bring some flaps in as we make our turn out. I'm hoping that the weather does stay good as we make our way to Nuku Alofa, but I'm also... Let's try that again. I'm obviously not holding my breath, because otherwise I'll stop breathing. Letting you guys enjoy the clouds, because that's the only scenery that we really have, and just listen to some music for a bit. It's quite relaxing, I must say. Gotta be careful not to fall asleep as the pilot, because that would be well, that would be awkward, you know, when the passengers are sort of like, "Excuse me, pilot, sir, you know, how long left on the flight. Gowan says, I am off for the day. The world is coming to an end. Since when? My dogs are out of biscuits. Ah, so that's why the world's coming to an end, because the dogs don't have any biscuits. Makes a lot more sense now. 40 miles to the closest store that sells them, so that's like 70 kilometers. That's a while. That's a fair bit. Have a great flight. Certainly will, Gowan. Have a good drive. Drive safe. Make sure that you do fix the world-ending issue that is no dog biscuits. Sorry guys, I know there's not much for you to see right now. I'm just making sure that I do obviously achieve a nice chilled out cruise speed here as to not leave everyone behind. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. About 150 knots. It's incredibly slow for a TBM. Drew says, the music is a nice Chinese restaurant vibe. May I place my order now? Absolutely you may, sir. Can I get you a serve of dim sum? To begin with. Maybe some Sichuan chicken. Crispy. Will that satisfy your appetite, sir? Or as starters at least, anyway. And then if you're still hungry, you can come back for main course. Or as you, certain parts in America like to call it, entree. Which makes no sense. Seeing as it's not the entering meal of the, meal? Seeing as it's not the entering meal of the meal. Yeah, look, that wasn't my best way of explaining something. I will give you that. I will definitely give you that. Here we go. I thought I'd switch the vibe up for you there, Drew. Just get you from wanting to place your Chinese order to getting to the nightclub after you've eaten the Chinese meal. A meal? A succulent Chinese meal? What is the charge? I see you know your judo well. Gowan says, in the US it seems you can order a number 15 at any place in the country and get the same thing. I think they all use the same menu. Is that legitimately a thing? Like a number 15 is just the same across the board? And is that in the US, or is that something to do with Chinese and their, you know, their knowledge when it comes to numbers, and certain numbers being lucky and certain numbers being unlucky and all that sort of stuff? Lots of small little islands out here, which are obviously just uninhabited land. But I wonder if you could buy one of these islands, and then the big question is, how much would one of these islands cost? Really? Okay, there we go, Garland. That's pretty cool. Must be some sort of Chinese restaurant agreement that they have going on in the background kind of thing. Saves printing costs? Absolutely it does. Although, I mean, I guess even if they have the same things on the menu, they probably don't need to use the same ingredients and stuff, do they? I'm sure that across your travels, Garwin, even though these places have the same numbers for menu items across, you know, several states, as you said, are they all the same or similar quality food, or is there big variables and differences?
How's your flying going, gentlemen? You bunch of slews?
Well, I haven't fallen out of the sky, so I'm going to go with well.
Yep, well. And I guess that's also an improvement for myself. I'm falling out of the sky tonight.
Oh, you have fallen out of the sky?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Like, my last Rimming Oz stream, I forgot I had autopilot. Stepped away for a second to use the pilot's room, and plane was taking a break, taking a sleep in the water, cleaning itself.
Ah. It must be an Australian thing, because when as you know, when I was flying in Australia, I was doing the whole drone showcase thing and collided with a mountain. It's definitely an Australian problem.
Yeah, us Aussies have a problem. Needs to be addressed, I think.
Too drunk.
Yep.
So, Drew says egg rolls followed by EDM DJ Chef Bryce in the mix. That's exactly right. I mix up some eggs and then I mix up some beets. Or I beat some eggs. Egg some beets? No, beat some eggs. Put your hands up for Detroit. That's my best impression of being a DJ. I don't know if it was any good, I'll be honest with you. I don't have the, you know, the headphones and all the actual kit in front of me to do the, you know. This is, you know, this is my DJ skill, you know, just mixing everything. Looks like I'm like doing something with pizza dough or something. I've heard that if you put pizza dough on a record player, it plays When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. But I can't confirm or deny. Wes has had a CTD. That's actually surprising, Wes, because everybody's sim seems to have got more stable since the Australian update, which goes against everything that Asobo has ever stood for, based on their previous 7 world updates and 7 sim updates that they'd released prior to this one. But you know, I guess they're trying to mix it up and keep us on our toes as well. So this is waypoint number 2 here on the map, and it is the island of Tofua. Doesn't appear to be much on this island except for a crater full of water, which there is, and volcanic activity. Just a shame that the Bing photogrammetry is not quite like amazing in this part of the world. But you can still sort of make out that that's exactly what this location is. It's a volcano with a crater that's full of water. Wes says it wasn't the Sim's fault, the damn cat knocked out the USB hub, so it froze. Yeah, that's not, Stop playing with pussy, Wes. That's the best advice I can give you. It's expensive, and, yeah, various other things. So we've got exactly, well, not exactly, but we've got just under 90 nautical miles till we do arrive here in Nuku'alofa. Now, I believe between myself and David, we have very, very much exceeded the $400 mark. So, I'm going to now do some maths, which is probably incredibly concerning for anybody who's watching, because the brain may explode into bits and pieces all over the table, and I mean, I don't really want you guys to have to witness that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a calculator instead. So we are at a combined $433 raised for Care Australia's Tonga Peel between myself and BigJacko's Gaming, and of course all of you wonderful legends and slews and whatever you'd like to refer to yourselves as. Now, I would love to say, hey, let's get the other $67 between the streams, and let's hit that $500 number, that magic $500 number, but I obviously don't want to pressure people into spending money that they may not necessarily want to do, so we're not going to do anything like that. I'm incredibly, As I did say before at our previous airport location, I'm incredibly humbled to be a part of this community and be able to stream as a part of this community of the various channels, etc., and be surrounded by such generous people who are always down to join in the various causes that we go out to and put out on the internet to bring awareness to certain issues, certain situations that countries and people may be in. For example, right now with Tonga, they're basically having to rebuild certain parts of their country from scratch. I don't know whether it's the water in this particular area, I don't know whether it's the sunlight, I don't know what it is, but does anybody else think that the water below them right now looks purple? Like a brownie purple. Jeez, whose playlist is this? Yeah, anyway. Everyone must think that the water looks purple below them. I do apologise as well for the yawning here, ladies and gentlemen. I have done a 13-hour shift prior to this stream, so I'm a little bit maggoted. To put it in the most Australian term I possibly can, I'm a little bit maggoted. Wes, have you managed to load yourself back up after the crash to desktop, or are you just sort of like, yeah, nah? Clive says, when I was flying with Shane, the sea had a square patch in one section. So this, I thought it was just a square patch, but looking at the way that it's done, I'm wondering if it's like a dredge. Is that what it's called? A dredge for like cargo ships and cruise ships to manage to traverse these parts of the waters without dragging the ship along the bottom of the ground? Is that possibly what? Because it sort of seems to just be a strip of a different color. Yeah, nah. Okay, Wes. Yeah, nah. Well, yeah, nah, fuck oath. Australia, bruh. Sorry to anyone who's watching on platforms other than YouTube who just happened to wander in when I'm just like, oh yeah, nah, Australia, bruh. Like, you're probably wondering.
Does help if I press the right button, Bryce, but yeah, nah.
Yeah, you know. G'day. G'day, Skippy.
What's that, the song that goes along to the Lion King theme, you know? Fucking yeah, nah. Fucking nah, yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Nah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, that's cool.
You sound like a demented motorbike going along the road now.
One of those Pee-wee 50s or whatever.
That or
Yes.
a little 2-litre clapped out Corolla.
Nah, I'm a Pee-wee 50.
Yeah, nah.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah. That hurts the throat.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Nah, yeah.
The damn bloody plate is going down the road. I'll wait till I get the shotgun out on them.
I swear that the internet, half of the internet's probably like, has anybody seen Australians on stream? Like, what is fucking wrong with them?
Yeah. Yeah. Look at us.
That's my point. I know if I wasn't Australian and I came across us streaming, I'd be like, what the?
What are them guys on about?
We're a special bunch.
Very special. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Well, that one appeared to shut everyone up.
Whoops. I've got to push a button to talk.
Well, you got to push a button to talk to me.
Yeah. Yep, I've got to remember that. You can't just magically hear me through your headset.
No, the technology unfortunately doesn't exist yet. Vruden says when he first showed up, he just assumed we were all on drugs.
Well, what do you mean, Verdant? I don't see smoke coming out of my aircraft.
No, but there is a suspicious amount of white powder on your wings.
Damn! I thought I cleaned it all off.
I mean, to be fair, Vruden, technically we are all on drugs. We drink a copious amount of caffeine. And Australians in general consume a copious amount of alcohol. So, I mean, we technically are on drugs, just legal drugs. What is my mouse doing? There we go. Alright, so 50 nautical miles left to go here, ladies and gentlemen. And we will have flown the length of Samoa, American Samoa, and Tonga over a time of what is going to be across both streams very close to 8.5 hours, which is insanely long. Bruden, are you aware of the fact that Wes is in your FA18 smoking something? And if you are, where was my invite? Here comes Icarus in his snacks on a plane. Snacks. Or it could be snacks on a plane, or it could be snacks on a plane, depending on who's the pilot. If Shane's the pilot, probably going to be snacks on a plane. So now I'm feeling as Oz Flight Simmer. If you happen to be watching. Snacks on a Plane, new stream series. I mean, I don't know what you'd be streaming, but you can call it Snacks on a Plane. The fact that Vruden's putting on a good feed in an FA18, I have so many questions. First one is, where's the galley? Second one is, how is he flying the aircraft and visiting said galley? Not doing anything important, just flying a plane. Nothing important, it's just flying a plane. It's all good, nothing to be concerned about. Vruden is a trained professional idiot, and he knows exactly what he's doing at all times. Does Vruden want another beer? Where's the fact that you even had to ask that question is concerning. The stuff just appears out of thin air, like the fuel. Is that because you have unlimited fuel turned on, Vruden? Is that why? You're good on beer unless you have a Foster's. I feel as if that sentence alone is probably the most disgusting thing you've ever said on one of my streams. How dare you bring up Foster's? So at the end of this stream, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I can't keep a straight face. I can't keep a straight face. I can't keep a straight face whilst Vruden says things in the chat and I'm trying to say things. What I was going to say is at the end of this stream, probably going to try and raid someone over on Twitch. If the person who I believe is streaming is still streaming at the time, I will need to obviously double check that. But I would love to see all of you guys jump over, and I'd love to see people over on Dave's as well jump over onto his Twitch, and we can do a double raid. So Dave, I'm having an idea.
Yeah, what's the idea? Good sir.
Depending on whether or not this person is still streaming on Twitch when our stream is over, whether or not we should double raid.
Hell yeah, I'm up for a double raid.
Alright.
Who's this person? Or let me know when.
Shoney,
Yeah. Yeah.
if he's still streaming.
Roger that. We're up for that. I'm up for that.
Alright, I'll check in with you again once we're all on the ground about whether or not he's still running his stream.
That sounds like a plan to me. I've just looked at your screen, Mr. Bricel. You've raised 265 buckaroos. I've raised 168. This is a damn good effort. Damn good effort.
433 between the two channels.
Yep. Damn good effort.
Certainly is, mate. It certainly is.
We have an awesome community, an awesome bunch of slews behind us. And I love your livery, by the way, good sir. That looks damn cool.
It's just the default TBM livery.
Serious? Oh, I haven't seen that one. That looks sick. It's like black and... I love the black and red. Or grey, blacky red. Yeah.
It looks like a weather system.
Yeah, it does.
Willie Canuck is streaming now. You were watching a test stream yesterday. Is he streaming on Twitch, Vruden? Because if Willie's streaming on Twitch, obviously I'm going to go and raid him at the end of the stream. How on earth do you see the chat on Trovo? I need to learn that site a lot better than what I currently know. If you are watching me on Trovo though, g'day. I just, this is my first time streaming over there, so I'm still getting my head around where I see various things. Rudin tells me that Willie Canuck is also streaming over on YouTube, so after we perform a Twitch raid, then I feel like we should go and raid Willie.
Oh, is Willie streaming tonight? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go streaming. We'll go streaming. Yeah, guys, we're gonna go stream Willie Canuck. No, we'll go and raid him and say g'day.
So we'll do a double raid.
Yep. I'm gonna do a landing challenge though for Icarus because I was supposed to do it ages ago. In the aircraft carrier. Or hang on, one sec.
Righto. 1 sec, he says. Oh, you don't know if he's live right now. I see, Vruden, so what you're telling me is bullshit. He was on for a while yesterday. Hang on, Vruden tells me he's not streaming right now.
Oh, Willie's not.
The story has changed.
Because I'm just asking Icarus if he wants me to make a video out of it and release it tomorrow.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so the active runway here at Nuku Alofa Fumatu Tongatapu International, there's a mouthful and a half that you wouldn't be able to say fast 10 times. The active runway is runway 11. I don't know exactly what it's doing to remain active, whether it's doing cardio, treadmill, stairs, weightlifting, Zumba, yoga, I don't know, I haven't asked, I just know it's the active. Oh yeah, no, I knew he started streaming, but it's not what you said at all. You literally says, Willie Canuck is streaming now. What would you like me to deduce from that, Vruden? Willie Canuck is streaming now. To me, that doesn't tell me that Willie Canuck was streaming yesterday. Yeah, go on, roast me about the English when I'm literally reading what you write. Alright, I'm going to take the autopilot off. I'm going to hand fly this in. So let me just... I'm going to go to the right hand side is where I want to go. Wes has some good shit. Wes, share boy. Oh, you gave him your rum. What type of rum did you give him, Wes? Is it, oh, what's it called? The, is it Kraken or Dead Man's Fingers? Which one is it? You know, which one? Ah, it is the Kraken. I bet you it tastes Kraken as well, doesn't it, Bruden? What happens if you go into the cupboard and there's no crackers available? Guess what? We crack-a-lackin'.
I can't believe that you came into my life. You made me feel again. Now it's my turn. You say you've always been a little bit shy, but I can put an end to your fears.
Oh, is the aircraft yelling landing gear again, is it? Pretty sure this aircraft's got a foot fetish or something, because it just screams landing gear.
Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin. Just spin for me. I want you to spin. Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin for me. I want you. I know it's hard for you to give it a try, but you are not alone.
Alright, so we're going to start making a slight left-hand bank here.
Beautiful night to lose all your.
But don't worry, this one doesn't have a vault or a safe.
Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby,
Wow, look at the water masking.
and let the music.
This is insane.
I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin for me. I want you to spin. Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin for me. I want you. Don't be afraid. Just let go of your fears, 'cause you know you can do it, baby. Dance them away. Now you know.
Alright, so I feel like I'm a little low for what I need to be doing right now. So a little bit more power. Bring on the butter or virgin olive oil will suffice. You make it as if the extra virgin olive oil is less of a landing here, Icarus. You are a man of cultured tastes. You prefer the butter. Literally a man of cultured tastes. Icarus will settle for margarine. Marge! Marge! The rains are here! Very, very low on this approach, but now I can see the runway. What sort of... Oh, we've got a decent crosswind here that I'm going to be fighting on this landing.
Hey Bryce, have you seen the F22 payware?
I have not.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had an eye on it for a bit. And yeah.
No,
Like, it's one of my
worries,
favourite jets,
Wes,
so-
mate, have a good one, good sir. Look after yourself. Thank you very much for coming along. Much
Like the free
appreciated.
one's good, but I don't know. I don't fly much, but
Sorry, I'm on short final.
roger that.
A little bit high from fighting this crosswind, but now as we're getting closer to the runway, it's becoming more controllable. Just roll out on this one, don't even need to use the reverse thrust. I feel like that was relatively butter. Let's see, there we go, minus 70 feet per minute landing speed. I feel like that's pretty good. Just Autobots roll out to the end of the runway. No worries, Clive, mate. All good. Look after yourself. Stay safe. Stay well. Do all those various important things that are required in life. And I will see you in a stream very soon, mate. Thank you very much for coming along. And again, a massive thank you for all your support towards such a cause. It is greatly appreciated, Clive. Right, pull on the parking brake. Now let's see how far people are away. Okay, fairly decent distance still, so that's good. That gives me enough time to just have a look on Twitch and see if our main man is still streaming. He is. So, Shoni is still streaming at this point.
roger that. That's good, so we can raid him over in Twitch after the stream.
Yeah.
Sweet. Would you be able to send the spelling to me, Bryce? Just I get the right one.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, mate.
There we go. In your Discord.
Sweet. I've got to remember. Press to talk.
Nah.
Exactly.
Alright, so what I will do is grab ourselves up into the drone again. Right. Interesting. So this is Nuku Alofa Airport that we're currently looking over.
I was yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home. But if I'm not mistaken, you were good on your own. And I know I was drunk enough. Didn't know it would mess me up. Yeah.
No worries, Vruden, mate. All good. Thank you very much for coming along. Much appreciated. You make sure you look after yourself there, good sir. And I will, yeah, as you said, I'll see you in the various streams, lakes, rivers, and dams. What's this over here? This is just like a small town, or sorry, a small village, should I say, or I don't know. It's really hard to tell with the AI buildings. A lot of just farmland and stuff out here. Oh, I don't want to go too high there. I don't ever see anything. So I can't remember exactly where it was, but I know we flew over the actual city of Nuku'alofa not too long ago, or not too long before landing, is what I'm trying to say. There's Trip 500 in his helicopter.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious.
Ah, there it is. I was like, there's all these like small villages and shit, and there's no actual like big places, but no, it's over here.
Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's here. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up.
Just trying to see if there's anything interesting that we can see from
I'm happy, I'm not gonna
up here. What's this down here? These light blue buildings. Is this like Parliament or something? Because it looks so big and sort of stands out, and it looks like it's an important structure here within Nuku'alofa. The crazy thing is that a lot of this has been wiped out and no longer exists. That's the insane, or the insanity of the situation that Tonga currently faces, is a lot of this stuff no longer stands.
But I'm not gonna wake up, I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa, no, not yet, whoa, no, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, don't wake up, keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up, I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, keep it steady, cause
Alright, now I'm going to try and get my way back to the airport in position with the drone for Lucky Phil and Dave to actually be filmed coming in, but I think I'm going to be fighting a losing battle on this one.
I'm not gonna wake up.
For those of you who do want to join in the Twitch raid, we are going to be raiding Shoney Gaming, a fantastically awesome streamer over on Twitch. Streams Flight Simulator. Exclamation mark Twitch in the chat will give you the direct link to the Twitch channel. Just go over there, hang out if you want to come along. And as soon as Dave and Phil are down here, we will go and do a double raid.
Which runway to land at, Bryce?
So I came in on 11.
Is that on my left-hand side or my right-hand side?
I can't remember.
Alright, I'll just wing it.
Literally just gonna wing it.
Yep.
Put a wing into the ground.
Yep. Just bit of duct tape, that'll fix it up. But we've got Mr. Lucky Phil coming into the land as well.
I'm racing to beat you guys back to the airport to get you on the drone.
Yeah.
So I see that somebody's already joined us over on Twitch.
So we're
for
lower.
the raid. Alright, they're going around the other runway. That's cool. That's cool. God, where's Lucky Phil going? Lucky Phil's going back to the other runway now? So I will throw this in the chat for you, Legends. I promised you, you will not be disappointed by jumping over to Twitch and joining us for this raid if you're not already over there. No worries, Icarus, mate. You have a good one. Look after yourself. Thank you very much for coming along as usual as well. Here we go. With the moment of truth for Dave as he comes in the PC6 here. The final airport. It's the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. And down. Bit bouncy. Poor kangaroo pilot Jacko.
I'm down.
With a tailwind. And in true kangaroo style.
Yep.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've just noticed that Shoney is finishing up his stream, so I am not going to perform that raid in the end. So I do apologise for getting anybody excited about that. It's just not going to be a thing. So that does bring us to the end of the stream here and the end of the second part of the Tonga fundraiser stream. Now, ladies and gentlemen, members of the community, I need you to all give a massive pat on the back to yourselves. The fact that we've managed to, between both channels, raise $433 for the Care Australia appeals, the Care Australia Tonga appeal, should I say, is quite insane. It's something that all of you should be incredibly proud of to be a part of, and with, you know, so much success in the last 7 months for, you know, various charity fundraisers. It's just another, you know, amazing flight, I guess, and charity fundraiser that we can tick off in our sort of quest to bring the world together through the power of flight simulation. That sounds so fucking corny. God, that was bad. Yeah. But guys, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you all along for this ride. The ride across the two parts of the stream, you know, in excess, almost 9 hours of streaming in total to get to this point in time, and the result has just been absolutely epic. So again, I'd like to thank all of you for being here. It really, really added to the exuberance and the ambiance and all those fancy words that don't necessarily fit the sentence that I'm putting together, but I'm going to use them anyway for the impact that they provide. But ladies and gentlemen, I will obviously sort out getting this money out of PayPal and into the charity as soon as I possibly can. It'll probably take 3 to 4 working days, just because of the way PayPal works now that I'm a registered business in PayPal's eyes, even though I'm not a registered business. That's just the way they work, unfortunately. But I will have that up in the Discord with the receipt and all that as soon as I possibly can. I'll obviously keep you guys updated with any delays or any updates about the transaction of the finances. But until the next stream, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world, you make sure that you look after yourselves, you make sure you stay safe, stay well. Don't you dare do anyone that I wouldn't do. And I will catch all of you in the next stream, and it might be sooner than some of you might think. Catch you later, legends.
So you need a little break, huh? Boy, say you need a little space, yeah. Boy, is it 'cause you can't be faithful? Boy, hope she's cool, unlike you. You ain't ready for a girlfriend, no. 'Cause you think I'll steal your weekends, no. So you make up shitty reasons for want it out. See, I'm not even mad, boy, but I'm confused. Shouldn't you be keeping me at 10 when you're 2? I can't help but feel sympathetic, I do. You think you're bad, boy, but I feel bad for you. Think you're bad, boy, think you're bad, boy, think you're bad, but I feel bad for you. I'm not even mad, I'm not even mad, I'm not mad, I just feel bad for you. I was pretty when I met ya, now I'm prettier than ever, took a second to forget you, boy, only one. If you wanted to hurt me, well you failed big time, 'cause I knew you would panic and run. I won't chase you, baby, I'm too good without. If you think that I'm crying, you're wrong. I'm not even mad, boy, but I'm confused. Shouldn't you be keeping me at 10 when you're 2? I can't help but feel sympathetic, I do. You think you're